The kingdom seemed quiet on the surface, but beneath that calm, something powerful was stirring. In her chamber high in the castle tower, Princess Amara stood by the window, her hand pressed to the cold glass. She could no longer visit the garden, no longer feel the earth beneath her feet or the wind through her hair. But in her heart, she still felt Elias, his courage, his words, and his promise. "Hold on. We're coming." Outside the palace walls, Elias was preparing. The villagers, farmers, bakers, craftsmen, and even a few former soldiers had gathered in secret. They met at night in the old mill, where Elias stood before them, not as a leader, but as a friend. "We are not here to fight a war," he said. "We are here to free someone we love, a princess who loves her people, not the throne. She deserves a choice, just like all of us." There was no shouting, no weapons raised, only silent nods and determined eyes. Their plan was simple: cause a distraction at the castle gates during the harvest festival, just 2 days away, when the castle opened briefly to honor tradition. While the nobles paraded and feasted, the villagers would sneak Elias through the crowd to the eastern gate. Amara would be waiting, if she could escape her guards. But inside the castle, the king had grown suspicious. He increased the guards and issued a silent command: "Watch everyone, especially her." Lady Merla, ever loyal to the crown, crept into Amara's room one night under the pretense of kindness. "You miss your garden, don't you?" she asked with a knowing smile. Amara remained silent. "You've grown bold, child, but boldness burns those who fly too close to the sun." Still, Amara said nothing, but her eyes said everything. Merla left with a smirk, but Amara had learned something too. She had no time left. That night, she found the secret passage behind the fireplace, a tunnel she'd read about in an old book. It led through the castle's old foundation and out to the eastern wall. She memorized every step. The escape would only work once. The day of the harvest festival arrived. Laughter echoed through the air. Music filled the village. The castle gates opened, and the crowd swelled. Among them, cloaked in a tattered shawl, was Elias. The villagers moved like shadows, creating distractions. A spooked horse here, spilled fruit there. Guards rushed to control the chaos. And in that moment, Elias slipped inside. Deep beneath the castle, Amara waited by the tunnel exit, heart pounding. Then a sound, a torchlight, footsteps. "Elias," she whispered. "It's me," he answered, breathless. "It's time." She ran to him without hesitation. But just as they reached the final stone archway, a voice echoed behind them. "Stop right there." They froze. The king's guards had followed. The escape was no longer a plan, it was a race. And now, the true test of courage had begun.